I checked into a hotel late one evening after a long drive. Nothing about the place seemed unusual, the kind of place you don't expect anything from. The receptionist handed me the key to room 427, and I headed upstairs. The hallway on the 4th floor looked freshly renovated. When I opened my room, everything looked perfect. New paint, new furniture, nothing out of place. I put my luggage on the bed and started unpacking, and that's when I noticed something. The door behind me, the one I had left slightly open, was now wide open. I hadn't heard it move, not a sound. I walked toward it, thinking maybe I hadn't closed it properly. But before I could touch it, a man in a dark suit walked silently into the room. No footsteps, no reaction to me being there. Just walked straight past me. He stopped at the left wall of the room, lifted his hand, and slowly dragged his finger across the surface, as if following some invisible line, like he was tracing the outline of something that used to be there. Then he raised his hand. His palm was covered in a thick layer of gray dust. The room was brand new. There was no reason for dust, especially not dust like that. He finally turned and looked at me. Then, in a low, empty voice, he said, "There used to be a door here." And at that exact moment, the hum of the air system stopped. The entire room went silent. The man walked past me, still without making a sound. He stepped into the hallway, and the door gently closed behind him. Slowly, without any latch or click, I ran downstairs to reception desk. I asked the receptionist what this room used to be before the renovation. He hesitated, looked confused, and then something changed in his face. He said, 4 years ago, we renovated the 4th floor. We merged 2 rooms into one. The old door was sealed off. My stomach dropped. I asked where that old door had been. He swallowed hard and said, "Left wall, right in the middle," exactly where the man had touched. I must have gone pale because the receptionist leaned in and added quietly, "The last guy who used that door never checked out." There was a long silence before he spoke again. "It's not unusual," he said, "for people staying in that room to hear someone searching the wall, feeling around for something." I asked him, "So what did he want?" "The man I saw." The receptionist looked down and said, "He's still looking for the door. He thinks he can come back through it." I turned around, ready to leave the lobby and go back to the room, but the receptionist called after me. One more thing. You said he was wearing a suit?" I nodded. He stared at me for a moment and said, "We haven't had staff in suits in here for 30 years. The last person who dressed like that," he paused, "was the same man who never left the hotel." When I went back upstairs, I forced myself to look at the wall and exactly where he had been standing. A faint smear of gray dust was still left on the paint.